And more rights leadership is going to get more people. Yes. First, we have to invite us. Well, parking is a pain. This facility is access to restaurants. Beautiful location.
Good evening. Welcome to the West Valley City Council regular meeting held tonight, January 14th, 2025, in the council chambers at City Hall. We note that we have present here Councilmember Will Whetstone, Councilmember Tom Hune, and I'm Lars Nordfeldt, the Mayor Pro Tem filling in for the fill-in tonight. We excuse Mayor Lang and Councilmember Don Christensen. We are joined by Councilmember Scott Harmon, who's joining us electronically. We're also joined on the dais by our city manager, Mr. Ifo Pili, and our city recorder, Nicole Kamek. We'll begin with the opening ceremony, which I will conduct. And if everyone will please join me by rising and pledging allegiance to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank all of you for being in attendance here tonight. Our next item of business is the minutes from our last meeting, December 10th.
Motion to approve the minutes from way back on December 10th.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. All in favor of approving the minutes, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That was unanimous of those present. We will now accept public comment. Comment period is limited to 30 minutes. Any person wishing to comment shall limit their comments to 3 minutes. Upon recognition by the Mayor Pro Tem, you will approach the microphone. If you did not sign up, please give your name and address. All comments shall be directed to the mayor. No person addressing the city council during the comment period shall be allowed to comment more than once. Comments shall be limited to city business and matters within the purview of the city council. Speakers should not expect any debate with the mayor, city council, or city staff. The mayor, city council, or city staff may respond after the comment period has concluded. Speakers shall refrain from personal attacks against fellow citizens, city staff, or members of the city council. We'll begin with speaker number one, Mr. Jim Visak.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, Jim Visak. It's great to see you guys back. Everybody made it back from the holidays pretty much. Scott's online. I know Mayor is not in the best of health right now. She's not feeling very well. But it's good to see you guys all again. I want to, as a citizen, I want to give a special thank you to Vicki Jessup, who retired from the police department after 25 plus years, I believe. If people don't know who Vicki was, she was our security in the back for ever since I've been going, pretty much. And to see her leave, I was really surprised, but she served the city with, my hometown. She would go to some of the events there, the national night outs. Her and her group would go to several of the events, and she was always a face of the city. And it's going to be different not seeing her around. I'm going to speak about the budget thing now, so I don't have to do it later. Once again, I want to thank Jim and his staff for the way that they put the information out on the forms, making it clear, at least to me. The only thing I get a lot of questions is what is CIP or what are some of these other funds? Maybe if we put what those are in a little brief, we cut down on some of the conversations being put out there. I don't mind answering them. I know it is, but there's a lot of people out there that don't know what those are or don't understand, the street lights are coming out of the street light fund. It's not a new tax, it's a fee that we're already charging, or, the trash cans are coming out of the certain funds. And sometimes when it's just initials, they don't understand. So maybe that's something we can work on. But otherwise, once again, there's nothing really special on there. Fire trucks, yes, we have to buy them ahead of time. And I agree with spending the money on it. And I think this one, I didn't see any big red glaring herons out there. So thank you.
Thank you. Speaker number 2, Barry Gittleman.
Thank you, Council. I'm Barry Gittleman. I'm the president of Hamlet Homes, and we own the property and are developing and building in Weston Field at 4100 South and 6800 West. I have reached out to staff and council and requested that we be permitted to meet with staff and discuss the development agreement for our project in Weston Field. We are open for sales. We've developed the first phase of this 58 home subdivision, and we entered the model home into the Salt Lake County Parade of Homes this past August and had thousands of people coming through our beautiful model home and visiting West Valley City. So we're excited about the project. The challenge is that we have a development agreement that was approved in 2021 in a very different economy and housing market than what we're dealing with in 2025. And so we have no plans to change our subdivision in terms of it'll still be 58 homes. All the lots would be the same size. We would still build 58 big, beautiful homes on large lots and bring some new citizens to West Valley City. But the development agreement has 3 things that we would like to request to meet with staff and discuss potential changes. Nothing that we're adamant about. We're willing to be flexible and discuss everything reasonably with staff and council. But that would allow us to build still very nice, big, beautiful move-up homes in the 700s to $1 million plus price range, but slightly more affordable than with the restrictions we have in place today. I'm looking at the seal for the Great West Valley City that says Unity, Pride, and Progress. And we would like to meet with staff in Unity to discuss what's in the best interest of the city. It's not your concern to worry about developer issues, but do what's best for the city. And being able to build homes in the 700s and bring more residents to the city of West Valley would be in the city's best interest, regardless of what's best for the developer. Pride, we absolutely will build big, beautiful homes just like we're doing now that can be entered into the parade of homes. So we take pride in our homes and our project. And Progress, that can be made with bringing new people to the city and being open to change as market conditions to change. The opposite of progress in my mind is inflexibility. And so we're requesting a little bit of flexibility to meet with staff and discuss some potential changes. That's all we ask. Thank you.
Thank you. Speaker number 3, Mike Markham.
Hey, Mike Markham. I was hoping we'd get here and we'd have a whole new fresh group of council people ready to get to work. And I understand Karen's sick and Mr. Harmon is online, the same place he was back on December 10th. Had a nice 2 months off. Don't know, Don, if he's ill or what, but I was hoping, especially if you were in charge of doing something, you could have been here. But a couple of things. Received this little piece of paper here in the mail. Came with my garbage bill. Unfortunately, most everything on here is already expired. I got it after the January 6th deadline for dropping off your Christmas trees. We need to maybe publish that in December so people have a heads up what to do with their Christmas tree rather than just throwing it off the side of the road, wherever they might decide they want to dispose of it. We need to do some of this stuff in a little bit better timely manner. Also, if anybody cares, on the northwest corner of 4100 South and Redwood Road, on the very corner in front of the CVS, right, or whatever, Walgreens, there's some graffiti that most people might find very offensive. It's just 2 words, but you could maybe paint over it. Don't know how it's gone by not being seen by people. But, looking forward to a good, strong year, some accomplishments. Hopefully, it sounds like we're going to start working on some changes. Hopefully, they're all for the positive. And we need to have you guys revisit. I think it was the January 21st study meeting or council meeting of last year, and take a look at your commitments to code enforcement. I'm still amazed of the designer dirt. Weeds can't be over 5 or 6 inches tall. Unfortunately, the worst weeds we have out there are the vines that grow across the ground with the little stickers and ruin bicycle tires and stuff like that. But that all passes code. So hopefully you'll all sit back, maybe take a look at that meeting, see what was said, and see if we can't strengthen our code enforcements. Thank you.
Thank you. Speaker number 4, Paul Sellers.
Paul Sellers. I received a warning, citation for parking my trailer in front of my home for over 24 hours. I wasn't home when the man came, but the neighbor came out and told him that I had gone for parts and the trailer would be gone before dark. But no, he just had to leave the stupid citation and, of course, their little flyer. When I got home, I finished repairs. Total time on the street was about 35 hours, wasn't more than that. There's absolutely no way a man of my age or in my health can winterize a trailer, do some minor repair, and have it off the street in 24 hours, especially when 8 hours it was dark, it was pitch black. I realize the ordinance is there for a purpose, but there must be assembly away for necessities and emergencies. There are parking problems in our area with commercial trucks and trailers. This is what the ordinance is for. I spoke to the parking department here, and I was told that he actually has no idea how long vehicles are parked when he cites them. The complainant takes his word for it, and which he said may not be true. When he gets a complaint, he goes and leaves the citation there and goes back, goes a block each direction and cites anybody else he can find so he can defend himself against racial profiling complaints. Code 221152 states no vehicle shall be parked on any street for a period longer than 72 consecutive hours. 72. Code 22116 states no recreational vehicle may be parked or otherwise left on any public street. It is an affirmative defense, whatever the world that means, to this subsection when the vehicle is parked on the street for up to 24 hours or is parked for less than 7 days for the purpose of allowing real property repairs. You can't have it both ways. 115 and 116 contradict each other. Section 116.2 is about real property, but it acknowledges that repairs can take up to 7 days and does allow for trucks and trailers to be parked on the public streets. The difference is minimal, real versus personal property. A trailer is a trailer and a truck is a truck and a street is a street. The vehicle is there for the same reason. Therefore, I ask this council to amend this overly restricted law to allow for extended parking, maybe even up to 60 hours for those types of issues. This may be done through a request system or just plain common sense. The city already has a website for parking enforcement that could easily be used to formally make a request, and an approval voucher could be printed by the owner and taped to the door just as the flyer was. Any questions? Any comments? Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Are there any people online that would like to comment? Any other comments for our public comment period? All right, we will close the public comment period. Mr. Peely, do you have anything that you would like to say?
No, Councilor Mayor Pro Tem, just know that we have our staff here and these comments aren't, we're noting them and we'll follow up on these comments.
Thank you. Anything from the rest of the council? Okay. Thank you. All right. The next item on our agenda, number 7, is to accept public input regarding the reopening of the fiscal year 2024-2025 budget. So this is the second of our quarterly budget openings for this fiscal year. Budget openings are periodic adjustments to the West Valley City's operating budget. I will now open the public hearing on this matter. Is there anyone who would like to speak regarding the budget opening? Hearing none, I will now close the public hearing and turn the time over to the council for a discussion or a motion regarding ordinance 2450 to amend the budget.
I would motion to approve ordinance 24-50.
Second. Any discussion or questions? All right, let's turn to our recorder for the roll call vote.
Councilman Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilman Harmon,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Yes.
Councilman Christensen. Oh, he's not on. Mayor Pro Tem Nordfeld.
Yes,
Motion passes unanimously.
thank you. Let's move to the next item, number 8, the consent agenda. So these items were studied by the city council during our December meeting. There's the execution of a grant from Visit Salt Lake for improvements to the fields at Centennial Park. There is an award to Nevo Sports LLC for the replacement of softball scoreboards, and there's a cooperative agreement with the Utah Division of Forestry, Fire, and State Lands for Phragmite treatment along the Jordan River. The council also studied several items during our study meeting earlier this evening that include our typical right-of-way purchase agreements, warranty deeds, and temporary construction easements for various projects throughout the city. We also have the appointment of Rob Durfee to our West Valley City Planning Commission. I will now turn the time over to the council for a discussion or a motion. We can take all these items at once or one at a time.
Motion to approve 9 items on our agenda.
Second.
Any questions or discussion? Okay, Nicole, let's have the roll call vote, please.
Councilman Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilman Harmon,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Aye.
and Mayor Pro Tem Nordfeld.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, we have 5, is it 5 or, yeah, 5 new items that we studied earlier today in our study meeting that we are going to make some decisions on tonight. Starting with 25-01, this is to approve the purchase of a statue from Atlas Bronze Casting. This resolution would authorize the purchase of a World War II Code Talker Memorial statue to be installed at the Utah Veterans Memorial Park. Funding is provided by the Salt Lake County TRCC program, and the total cost is $200,000. To the council.
Mayor Pro Tem, this is a steep price tag. I recognize that, even if it is coming from the county funds. But I do think this will help the Utah Veterans Memorial, just overall the aesthetics of it. It's already a great park, and this will just add to it. So I do think it'll be good money spent. So with that, I'll motion to approve
New item.
resolution 2501.
Thank you.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other comments or questions, discussion? I think it's great that we are memorializing the code talkers for their for what they did for us in World War II. And I think this is a good thing for us. So let's have the roll call vote, please.
Councilman Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilman Harmon,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Yes.
Councilman or Mayor Pro Tem Nordfeld.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Resolution 25-02. This is express the city's support for the city's application for transportation and land use connection grant funding. The city staff is applying for $260,000 to help prepare a comprehensive update to the city's general plan. And this includes a proposed match by the city of $40,000. To the council.
Motion to approve a resolution 25-02.
Thank you.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All right, Nicole, will you please conduct the vote?
Councilman Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilman Harmon,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Aye.
and Mayor Pro Tem Nordfeld.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. Our next item is Resolution 25-03. This resolution would approve a development agreement with West Gates LLC for property at 7035 to 7055 West Gates Avenue. A previous development agreement was recorded on the property in 2021, but the landowners now need to sell the property. The potential buyer is asking for a new development agreement that would be more specific to their use of the property, which is proposed as storage for modular buildings. To the council.
Motion to approve resolution 25-03.
I will second. I will, you had a good comment, Mayor Pro Tem, that this is better than what's there, but that entire area looks like, I'll just second it.
Thank you. And any other comments or questions or discussion?
Yeah, I don't love going back on a development agreement that we've already have in place, but I guess this is probably better than nothing happening on the property. So I'll
The one
third
thing-
it.
The one thing I like about this is that it wipes the ground clean pretty much, and it makes it easier if another individual would like to develop that. And boy, yeah, this will be much better.
And there's going to be curb and gutters improvements, if I remember.
I believe that's right. Staff will correct us if we're wrong, but
Yes, okay.
all right. We have a motion and a second. Nicole, will you conduct the vote, please?
Councilman Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilman Harmon,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Yes,
Mayor Pro Tem Nordfeld.
Yes,
Motion passes unanimously.
thank you. The next item is 25-04. This resolution is for a modification to the existing federal aid agreement to increase the amount of funding available for use on the Lancer Way construction project from 2,700 West to 3,200 West. Most of the funding is from federal and state grants, but the city is responsible for the remaining about $1.8 million, which is outlined in this modification. To the council.
motion to approve resolution 25-04.
Second.
Any discussion? Nicole, will you conduct the vote, please?
Councilman Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilman Harmon,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Yes,
and Mayor Pro Tem Nordfeld.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. Our next item is 25-05. This is resolution would award a contract to Lightlink Communications for the 2025 streetlight project. This would add 54 new streetlights at 30 neighborhoods throughout the city and would restore 45 streetlights on Lake Park Boulevard from Parkway Boulevard to Corporate Park Drive. The total authorized cost is $730,000. To the council.
Motion to approve resolution 25-05.
second.
Any questions or discussion? All right, let's have the vote.
Councilman Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilman Harmon,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Yes,
and Mayor Pro Tem Nordfeld.
Yes,
Motion passes unanimously.
thank you. Do we have a need for a closed session? All right, this will bring our meeting to a close. Following this meeting, we have 3 more meetings. None of you are required, of course, to stay, but we'll go right into those 3 short meetings. We'll start with the redevelopment agency, then the housing authority, and municipal building authority. But first, we need to adjourn this meeting. Do we have a motion?
motion to adjourn.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Without,
Aye.
oh, okay, that's unanimous. This meeting is adjourned. And I'm the chair of the redevelopment agency, so feel free to take off if you need to. I call to order our redevelopment agency. Note that we've had an opening ceremony and that we have 4 members present or online with council members Whetstone, Hune, Harmon, and myself, Chair Nordfeld. We have some minutes from our last special meeting, September 24th. Any questions or a motion regarding the minutes?
Motion to approve the minutes from June 4th.
Thank you. I think we need a second.
Oh,
for
second.
that, right? All in favor of approving the minutes, please say aye.
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 That passes unanimously. For our new business, our only business for this meeting is to elect a new chair and vice chair for 2025. A rotation schedule has been included in our packets, and we can continue to follow that schedule or choose differently. I'll turn the time over to the authority for discussion or a motion.
Motion to approve the schedule in our packet.
Trying to remember who will be the new chair and and vice chair.
The District 4 appointee, so we don't know that person yet. For the chair and vice chair, gonna be Don Christensen for the redevelopment agency.
I'll second that motion.
All right. Any other questions or discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? That passes unanimously. One more motion, please.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor say aye.
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 We are adjourned unanimously.
Call to order the meeting of the West Valley City Housing Authority. I will note that we've already had the opening ceremony. We do have Mr. Hune, Mr. Nordfeld, Mr. Harmon online, and myself. We do have likewise minutes from June 4th that need to be approved.
Motion to approve the minutes on June 4, 2024.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And likewise, we need to elect a chair and vice chair. If we go by the
Is that
schedule, we have
see?
myself and Scott Harmon, Mr. Harmon.
Yeah, motion to approve the chair, the William Westone, and vice chair Scott Harmon for the Housing Authority in 2025.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor of this motion, please say aye.
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 Thank you. One more item of business.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor, please say aye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you. Scott Harmon asked me to do it tonight because Scott Harmon is on Zoom tonight. So call to order for the Building Authority tonight on January 14, 2025. The opening ceremony, we done that. Recall, we have right here the Weston here, and Mayor Pro Tem is not Lockville. Me, Tom Horn, and also on Zoom is Scott Harmon. We have approval of minutes at June 4, 2024, so I will turn over to the council for motion or discussion.
Motion to approve those minutes.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second, so all those in this favors for this motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so we pass it unanimously. The same thing, we have a new business, we have to elect chair and vice chair 2025. We're gonna have chair to Tom Horn and vice chair gonna be Lars Norfeld for Building Authority.
I move that we accept those as the nominations.
Second.
So we have a motion, have a second. So you in this favors, please say aye.
Aye.
Then we pass unanimously. We have one more motion, and we'll turn over to you.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, so please say aye.
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 We are adjourned. Okay, thank you.